Hey guys, Nick Mara Services. This is part 2 of a previous video that we did of a hand mine tunnel in shale. This job is for the Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District, and Independence Excavating is the prime contractor on this job, and they've hired us to do this tunnel. In the first video, you saw us mining through shale, and we were supporting the ground using rock bolts, mesh, and shotcrete. However, the ground was much more weathered. The shale was a lot more weathered than we expected, and we were losing ground and chunks of shale were falling out, so we aborted and changed our method of ground support from the rock bolts and the mesh and shotcrete to liner plates. In this bad ground, it is a much more safer option. So I'm going to show you a little bit about this liner plate tunnel that we're doing here as opposed to the rock bolts and mesh. So if you look right there, that's my brother Mike, and there's the tunnel. You can see the liner plates. The purpose of this tunnel is we're going to be mining into an existing concrete sewer. We're gonna break into that sewer and install some pipe, and this will be just a new connection into that sewer. But you can see all the liner plates we put in. Process is pretty much you mine out in front of you into that shale, and you stop every once in a while and you grout behind the liner plates. Then you mine out, you install liner plates, you grout behind them. You just kind of repeat that process until you hit your target. So you can see these guys here kind of doing that. They're mucking out what they just chipped out, getting all the debris out their way. They load it into that little dolly or muck cart, and that's what you're seeing here. Once it gets full, once we get all cleaned out, we push it back to the shaft and hoist it on out, which you'll see here in a second. There they are, taking it back to the shafts. The crane will come down and pull it out. Now that they have it all mucked out and cleaned out, they'll get this debris out their way, and then when they send that muck cart back down, they'll load it with the liner plates, and then these boys will go in there and install those liner plates. So go ahead and watch this fly out the shaft. Here's Anthony just showing you kind of what they got cleaned out. There's the rivet busters that we use to break the ground up. Get a good look at everything. So here comes the muck cart back down, and it's got the liner plates in it. So we'll just set that there right on the track. Hook it, get the crane out their way. There goes the crane cabling up, getting those hooks out the way. That's the bolts that you bolt the liner plates together with. So here they go. We'll push this all the way up there, and I'll just show you some footage of them. Put some liner plates in. It's real kind of a simple process. They just bolt together. You just kind of do a staggering pattern, almost like you were laying brick, where the joints, you just don't match the joints from the previous set ring of liner plates. You use an impact. Those are like little line-up bars to line the holes up for the bolt holes. Then we just use a little impact gun there to tighten the bolts up. And that's really all there is to it. Build ring after ring, and every once in a while you grout behind it. I think you guys will be interested in seeing us tie into the existing tunnel when we hit that. These hand mine tunnels is something we do a lot of. We do them in all kinds of different ground conditions. We do them in sand, we do them in clay, we do them in rock. We got all kinds of different methods. Sometimes we jack pipe right behind us, sometimes we do liner plates, but we do a lot of these little tunnels. There you can kind of see the full ring installed. Pull the cart back out and we'll just keep repeating that process. There's Billy. That's a grout port. When we grout behind the liner plates, that's what we hook up to right there. We pump grout. That's the rig we use to grout behind the liner plates. We just hand mix. Since this is just a small little job, we just hand mix the grout and pump it in. Well, appreciate you guys watching. Thanks. Bye.